guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to let you know a little bit about this video. Also, guys, where am I? I'm not in my room. Technically I am. I'm in college. Isn't that like so exciting? It is to me. Anyway, this is my dorm room. I'm gonna put a poll on Instagram just to let you know, guys, if you want a little bit of a tour. I have some photos. If you're following me on my Instagram, I have some photos from my dorm room there. If you would like a tour of my school, maybe I can do that. Like a vlogging thing. Whatever. So this video, I'm so excited. I filmed this a while back. August 28th, I believe. It's the Thursday before September. I don't remember when that was particularly, but whenever it was, that's when it was. I filmed a Skype interview with Liana Ramirez, who plays Roxy on Power Rangers Beast Morphers. So that's what this video is about. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I did film a video talking about my AwesomeCon experience, so keep an eye out for that. That also will talk about a little bit about what I plan for my channel in the future. I think I'm going to switch some setup when I'm at home. You'll see the setup that I want to have in this Liana Ramirez episode, and then you'll see it again in the AwesomeCon one. So yeah, and this is, I think, the setup we're gonna have at school currently. I thought it would be, my walls would be more white, but I brought a lot of posters, so quite exciting. So there will not be any white wall grossness happening now. But yeah, Liana Ramirez, Power Rangers Beast Morphers. We're gonna talk about her acting experience. We're going to talk about, she's an author, debut author, so we're going to talk about a little bit about her book, about some nerdy things. We're going to also talk about her campaign for Kate Bishop for the new Disney Plus series. So we'll talk about a little bit about her character, some actually Ancient Rangers things sparse out there. So yeah, I am again trying to make one video per week. I really want to try to get as much content as possible out there for you guys to watch. If you have any suggestions about videos to do in the future, if there's someone you particularly want me to interview, please let me know and I'll try to get in contact with them. But yeah, so I want to introduce you all to Liana Ramirez. Alright. So 4 sections, here we go. So the first one I just wanted to do in general, acting kind of
yes
thing. So how did you get into acting first of all?
Wow. So I got into acting kind of when I was 13 years old. My whole dream of becoming an actor started when I was 11. And I looked up to Selena Gomez on Wizards of Waverly Place, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do what she's doing. She looks like she's having the time of her life, and I just want to have that much fun. So I desperately wanted to be her, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I really want to get into acting. Like, I want to be on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon one day. And they thought it was like a phase. Like, oh, like, she'll move on from this. Like, she'll start picking up tennis or something after this, right? And it just didn't go away. And 2 years later, after like begging my parents, like, can I please do this? Can I please try? My parents were like, fine. Okay. My mom was like, we're going to go to LA. We're going to try an audition and see if you actually want to do this. See if you like it. And we go to LA and I end up booking my first audition ever.
Wow.
And it was crazy. And that was kind of the point where my whole family really paid attention, was like, okay, yeah, kid, you have something. All right, let's do it. So that's kind of how I got into all of it.
Yeah. What has been your biggest inspiration in acting? Has it been Selena Gomez or?
I would say definitely starting out. I originally really wanted to have like my own show on Disney Channel. Or Nickelodeon. Like I wanted to have like my wizards.
That was my dream as a kid too.
But I was like,
I want to be Hannah Montana when I was like.
Seriously, like honestly, oh man. I think everybody wanted to be Hannah Montana. Let's be real. And so yeah, that was kind of like the inspiration starting out, and then when not even kidding, when all the Marvel movies started happening, and really picking up and becoming the Marvel that we really know now, that's when I was like, I don't know, my inspirations might be changing, even though I still want to do that. I feel like kind of like God's leading me in a different direction, and that's when I started picking up martial arts and stunts and all that stuff, because then like Scarlett Johansson and like Natalie Portman, like those women, and also the male superheroes. I'm like, I wanted to be them. I wanted to know what that feels like. And I still want to know what that feels like. I feel like a little bit of that thirst has been quenched with Power Rangers. But at the same time, I'm like, that's not going away.
You're playing more of a villain than you are a hero.
Exactly.
So
like
I
want to. I had the opportunity to be the villain. Now I want the opportunity to be the hero and see how it goes.
So I wanted to know, from like moving perspectives, was it a hard transition to move from Texas to LA?
It was really difficult. I think the biggest thing was my dad lives in Texas still, and so he travels to see us about every month, and so it's like there's a lot of sacrifices that had to have been put in place for this dream to kind of work. So I would say like the family sacrifices have been the hardest, but at the same time, I'm so blessed and so thankful for a family that completely supports my dream, and my brother's, because he's also in the industry too. Because a lot of people that I know in the business, they come out here after they're 18 or in their 20s, and they're in college, and their parents are like, why are you pursuing this? It's like, you're never going to make it, you know? So it's like, you got to like somehow convince them and really win them over and be like, hey, I can actually do this. And it's hard sometimes. It's not everybody has it easy. And I wouldn't say that we have it completely 100% easy, but at least the support is there. And I'm, again, really thankful for it.
Did your parents ever visit you in New Zealand? Did they ever...
Say that again?
Did your parents ever visit you in New Zealand? Did they ever make it out that far?
Didn't get a chance to. It was so sad.
No.
My brother was in school at the time, and they just couldn't make it work with his schedule and their schedules. And yeah, it was just kind of like it just didn't mesh up. But what I did do is I had a week off in March. And it just so happened to be the weekend that Beast Morphers was premiering. So it worked out perfectly. So I came back to the States to see them during that. So
did you watch
say that again?
Did you watch it also in the States too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
We watched it. It was funny because my first time seeing me on TV as Roxy was in my living room with my family. At like 8 in the morning, we got up. It was crazy. We were all like freaking out, crying, and then I had like a watch party with my friends later that day, and it was super fun. So I saw it like 3 times in 48 hours because I saw it with my cast the very first time. We all the producers got us all together and we watched it together, and then it was with my family and then my friends. So it was amazing.
All right. Any advice for aspiring actors and actresses?
Yes.
A lot.
A lot of advice. I would say if it's something that you really want to do, really try to pursue it to see if you like it first. Because if you find that you don't necessarily like acting and you don't like the process of it, it's going to be something that is a lot of incredibly hard work. And if you don't like it, it's not worth it. I would say find the thing that you're absolutely passionate about in life and pursue that 110%, because that's what's going to fulfill you and be amazing, and it's not going to feel like work even when it is work. But if that is acting for you, then start learning everything you can, even if you're not in LA. It's like study film, study TV shows, watch interviews of actors and actresses who are giving advice online, or in interviews. Just try to research everything you possibly can, and then see in your local area, is there theater productions, is there acting classes, and then if you are super interested in film over theater, I would say try to get to LA whenever you can. And then start self-taping from home. I mean, there are ways to do it when you're not specifically in LA. But if you get the opportunity, definitely go to LA, because that's where you're going to be completely 100% immersed into the business. And it's the best. You can feel film here. It's amazing.
It's resonating.
Like, I drive by like the studio lots, and I'm like, I love this. I wish I could live in the lot. Like, that's how much I love it. Like, I wish I could have a house like in Universal Studios or Warner Brothers, and I would just walk around and like, it would be the best thing ever.
Just like bring a cot and just sleep on the
Just
floor.
like outside. Like, I will sleep in the security like office.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll be greeting them in the morning and be like, why? Like, I thought she's like in that movie. What's she doing? Like.
Right. All right. So I have next is the second section, which is all
Second section.
Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Woo,
Yay!
So I have /fun questions /not fun questions. Like funny questions that like I have heard from interviews that actors have been asked before, to not bad things. No spoilers. I promise.
Okay, I'm excited.
But I'm gonna start with the boring questions and get to the fun questions.
Let's do it.
So what was the audition process like? So how long did it take? What were the...
Yeah, the audition process was the most like on edge experience of my life. It was 4 months long.
Oh my god.
I went in person, I think 5 or 6 times. My first audition was a self-tape, and I had a 2-page script, which is kind of nothing in this business. There's times where I'm given like 13 pages or 8 pages. So I was like, okay, this is easy. And so then months go by. I'm like continuing to be a part of the process. I'm sending in stunt videos. I'm sending in like, I'm working on my scripts daily and all this stuff, to really show that I wanted it, kind of similarly to what I'm doing with Kate Bishop, actually. It just wasn't on a public level. And there was a point where it was around June where I had went in for a screen test for the Yellow Ranger, and I waited a month to know my fate when it came to the show. And a month later, that's when they said it was the worst. It was like the most obnoxious month of my life.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would have been like,
exactly. Because it wasn't like, oh, you're gonna be like a series regular in a show, which is completely life changing in itself. It was, you're gonna be a series regular in a show, but you're also gonna move across the world. It wasn't like a little thing. It was like a huge life changing thing. So I was definitely like for a month. And then I found out in July that I had not been casted as the Yellow Ranger, but they wanted to bring me back in for the Evil Ranger, and I was like, what? And
even better.
I was like, so you don't want me, but you do? I was really bitter at first, but I
would have also been really confused. I would be like,
I was so confused. Exactly. I was like so emotionally confused. I'm like, you know what? There's probably a reason why I'm being given the second chance, the second opportunity. So I'm like, you know what? I think it would be absolutely stupid for me to turn it down and to let my bitter emotions get the best of me.
True.
So I went in, and I kind of like in the audition room, I started realizing how much fun Roxy was. I was like, okay, yeah, I could do this. And then I ended up booking it, and it was the best day of my life. And then we filmed a show in New Zealand.
All right. So, were you a fan of Power Rangers before the show?
I actually wasn't. I of course had seen
like
the show.
You talk a lot about it in your like videos and things. Like,
yeah,
she's definitely a fan now.
Oh, I'm definitely a fan now. I am so in love with the franchise now. I think it's one of the coolest franchises like in the world. You know, like can't even believe that I'm a part of it. Like what? And yeah, I didn't really watch it growing up or anything. Of course, I'd seen episodes here and there. I knew exactly what it was. It's kind of hard to miss.
I feel like everyone in the U.S. has an idea of what it is, but like
yeah. But yeah, I whenever the audition process started happening, I started researching the more current shows like Ninja Steel. I binged it and studied the acting in it to kind of get the style of it. And then whenever I got casted on the show, I watched every single pilot episode of all the seasons. And my favorite one, I'm sure that you know, is RPM.
Yes, that's a good one.
I really like RPM a lot.
The one that I remember when I was really little, the one that resonates with me more is Jungle Fury. For some reason, as when I was a kid, I remembered that one more than the rest of them. And I never knew why. Maybe it was the theme song that got stuck.
I don't know. I feel like that one is just like all the, I don't know, maybe the animals to it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was talking to a couple of my friends, and I go, I don't know why that is. They go, really? I go, yes, it's as good as mine.
It's a good one. I remember that pilot episode more than the others. So I think you're right when you say that something with it kind of resonates with you. I'm not sure what it is, but I think you're right.
I would say now, I'm totally being biased as I'm sitting in front of you, but I love Power Rangers Beast Morphers. That like almost tops Jungle Fury. I go, the theme song is Boss.
It's really good.
It's like really, really good. I'm like, I could like get down and jam to that. My favorite part with Power Rangers is always the song. Like just the like sequences.
So good. We screamed the first time we heard it too. We were like, that's our theme song. That's our theme song.
All right. Here comes some fun questions.
Oh, okay.
So, is there one quality in Roxy that you see in yourself, even though I know she's a villain?
Ooh. Is there? Oh my gosh.
I mean, there might not be.
I don't think there truly is, to be honest. I mean, I guess
so
whenever it comes to
I'm so good.
Thank you. I don't know. Friend, stop calling. I'm trying to think. I think the closest thing is maybe her body language. Because I can turn on that body language kind of like any point. And that's I use that body language, I guess, for sexier characters, sassier characters. And that's kind of what she is. But because she kind of moves like a snake or like a dancer in a way. Yeah. She struts a lot.
Yeah.
But when it comes to personality, she's definitely not me. I would hope that I would never be a Roxy to people. I would be apologizing like profusely.
I like apologize every second of every day. I go, I'm so sorry. And they go, why are you apologizing 50 times? I go, this is who I am.
Yeah, I don't see myself in her at all. Right. I don't know where she came from, but she was fun.
All right, here are my other two questions. All right, were there any pranksters on set?
Pranksters on... You know, people have asked me this, and we've actually didn't do a lot of pranks. There was a lot of goofing off, though.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of, like, scaring other castmates. I guess that could be considered a prank. But it was more of, like, someone's doing something stupid, so we're going to record the other person doing something stupid. And there was a lot of dancing, and there was just a lot of goofing off. And I would say that characterizes our cast more than pranksters.
Really?
Yeah. And also, like, I worked with Colby the majority of the time. Mm-hmm. And we would just dance and pretend to be Beyonce. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, we would like strut around our little cyber dimension, and that was our day.
I I was FaceTiming one of my friends, and she follows you as well, and I was watching your video, and she goes, "You're watching the Liana video again, aren't you?" Of just you and Chloe. I go, "Yes! It's so infectious!"
It's so funny. That was like one of the our last weeks on set, so we were like, we have to do something fun. So we did, and that was the actual Beyonce video that is now online
For the whole world.
for the whole world to see.
Did he say anything about it when you posted it? I didn't even check.
Say that again?
Did Colby say anything about it when you posted it? I didn't even check.
He posted at first. He was like, "Oh no." And then he was like, "I miss this so much." And I was like, I started dying. And then I think it was the next day, we met each other for lunch, and he was like, "I can't believe you posted that." I was like, "You knew I was going to." He was like, "Yeah,
Right?
I just completely forgot about it."
That's like absolutely hilarious. All right, one of the questions, the truth question, which I have heard Tom Holland asked, I've heard Chris Evans asked, I've heard all my favorite Marvel people because I love them. Did you steal anything from set?
Did I steal anything from set? No. No, I didn't. I stole a rock from the cyber dimension.
Out of everything, a rock.
Well, okay, so there was like these rocks on the ground. I'm so stupid now that I think about this. There was like these rocks on set, and we would trip and stuff all over this gravel. And I don't know, just from filming with that for so long, it kind of became like our home. And so me and Colby were like, those are rocks. But I would say we did get gifts. Like one of the coolest things was one of our wardrobe designers. I went in for a fitting one day, and I saw the design of Roxy's costume. It was like the kind of like the evolution of her costume and like the different components to it kind of broken down. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm like, I was drawn on a piece of paper, and all the costume pieces were labeled and stuff. And I was so like, oh, this is amazing. And then she was like, do you want this? And I'm like, what? And I was like, no, like, I don't, it's fine. She's like, no, keep it. And I'm like, are you serious? And so I got to keep like my costume like drawings.
I'm all
like
about costume design stuff, so I'm
like,
it was die.
So it was the coolest little gift, and I'm gonna get it framed here soon. It's like still packed away in some of my files. I have not truly moved in from New Zealand yet in my house. My brother and I switched rooms during the time. And so I'm now still trying to figure out like how I want things in here.
Did you want the bigger room while you were gone, and so he got the bigger room, and
he got the bigger room. But as of it's totally fine. But yeah, I haven't really completely unpacked, which I'm like, procrastination, yay! Woo!
All right, third section.
Let's go.
Author. UB.
Yeah.
All right. It's called The Secrets Within Me. Yes.
This Within Me. That is.
Okay. I always miss the me part, and I cut it off.
The Secrets Within.
It sounds cool.
Me.
Yeah. Right. All right. So, in your own words, sum up the secrets within me. Just like,
oh my gosh. Do you want like a summary, or do you want me to kind of like describe the feel and the vibe to you?
Both.
Okay, I'll give you the summary first. So, The Secrets Within Me is about a 17-year-old girl named Maggie Davis who has a huge secret. And everyone in her life knows her secret except for her. So she has to discover what her huge secret is before ancient Egyptian forces try to kill her and her entire family.
Oh.
Well, yeah. So it's like filled with action, adventure, fantasy, mythology, and magic, and I am incredibly proud of it. I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Did you write it in while you were filming Power Rangers, or did you?
I finished it when I was in New Zealand. Yeah, I finished. That was the wildest thing. I would literally have like a full day on set. get home, shower, eat some dinner, and then I would be writing for like an hour or two before I went to bed, and just did the same thing over and over and over again while trying to also fit family FaceTimes and Skypes in on that too. So whenever I say New Zealand was like the hardest I've ever worked in my life, it truly was, because I was filming a show and I finished a novel at the same time.
Pretty impressive.
So it was definitely a feat, and I'm really proud of myself. I can't believe I did it. It was awesome.
All right. In your own mind, why people should read the book?
Well, I'm not going to force anybody to read the book. If they would like to read the book, I think it's something that is an incredible escape from our reality. Mm-hmm. I think it's something that people will really enjoy, and there's a lot of true, genuine problems that it addresses on a very human level with people, and that I think not only can people relate to, but I think it can encourage people. There's one of the things in the book is like overcoming fear and never giving up, and that's something that I would say I deal with on a regular basis. I kind of freak myself out, or I'm like I feel worn down, but I'm like I don't give up, never give up, and so it's a lot of personal things very much in that book for me, that whenever I think about the story, I get so encouraged and I love it, and it brings so much joy to me that I think it's going to really bring a lot of joy to other people. So
I love to read, so I'm like,
I can't wait. I really can't wait.
More books I have to buy. I have like 2 shelves, one that's almost full, and then I have like this big stack of books right next to me because I can't.
Oh, that's awesome!
Fit them in anywhere. Most of it's Harry Potter though.
Dude, Harry Potter. It's my favorite. Oh my god.
All right. So, what character in any novel would you want to go out and have a drink with, and why?
That's such a good question.
I ask all the authors, and they go,
God.
They always ask me, do I have to do it about my book? I go, if you want. And so they'll go off and they'll talk about their own book, and I go, okay. And then they'll come back and they go, in actuality, it would be Harry Potter. And I kind of know.
No, that would be a really good one. I feel like it would be really cool to sit down with Dumbledore.
Right? Oh my god.
I feel like he would have so much wisdom.
Yeah, so much knowledge and like. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I feel like some people would be like, oh no, I want to like have lunch with the sexy hot guy, and see things go well between us, right? And I'm like, I want to know like what people think, and I want life advice, because I feel like that's how you get through life.
I was once asked by someone if you could have like lunch with any person, dead or alive, who would it be? And I go, and I used to say when I was very young, I said Amelia Earhart. And they go, why? Because I wanted to be a pilot when I was really younger. I wanted to be a flight attendant pilot because I love to help people when I was really young. So I go, Amelia Earhart. And they go, why? With like this very stereotypical tone. And I go, because no one knows what happened to her. So you could ask her what happened to her, and she could tell you. And I go,
right, exactly.
And they're like, oh, I never thought of it like that. I go, right? And that's why when people have asked me that question, novels and stuff, I go, Sherlock Holmes. And they go, why? I go, why
awesome.
not? He can tell me what's wrong with my life.
But yeah, actually, like, it would be like a crazy conversation. Oof, I'd be scared.
So my favorite part, Kate Bishop. My favorite part. All right, so four. Yes.
4 questions.
All right. So why do you want to be Kate Bishop?
So really awesome question. Well, I would say there's 2 components to it. First off being, I love her character so much. I relate to her so much. I think she's an amazing, adorable badass who is full of sass and snarkiness that I think would be so much fun to portray. It would be an incredible challenge, and I always love challenging myself with acting. And I think she would be probably my most challenging role to date. And I would love that. Also, I have dreamed of being a part of the MCU forever. And I would absolutely love to be a part of that family. And I guess this is 3. I would say my biggest goal in life, more than acting or writing or pretty much anything in the film industry, because that's what I love inspiring people. I absolutely love bringing positivity and light and encouragement to other people. And what better way to do that than being in a superhero role? Literally, when people look up to you as a hero, it would be so cool to actually turn that into a real life, I guess, superhero. I don't know. That sounds kind of ambitious, but it's true. Like, it would be an amazing platform to really, I guess, spread light and kindness and positivity to, and that's really all I want.
That's a good one.
I hope that's not too cheesy, but it's literally like, it's so true. I feel that so much in my heart. Like,
I'm the same way. I'm like, I love to like make people. I mean, happy, I guess, is the word I would use. Like, just to bring light to people, even if they're in like a dark place.
Yeah, absolutely. Help people, because it's like, why do people go to the movies? Why do people read books? It's because they want to escape reality.
Yeah.
They want to find joy in this world, and that's literally why I got into this.
I did a whole project my senior year of high school where I did about the negative effects on reading and watching dystopian novels and films. And it was all about that, you know, people escape for a reason, and they want these other realities, they want these, you know, I did, most of my project was about Ready Player One.
Okay, yeah.
I'm obsessed with the book, I'm obsessed with the movie, I talk about it all the time. I also talk about Star Wars, so if I go off on like a whole Star Wars tangent, stop me. But, yeah, and so the movie had just come out with, Steven Spielberg directing it, and I read the book, and I went home that day, and I, talked to my dad about it, and I go, the real reason why this is such a negative thing is this could possibly happen in real life. And it's so relatable and so just unbelievably close to our world.
Yeah.
I think people are getting scared of that.
Yeah.
And so it's my whole project. It was like my favorite thing. Oh. It's like my favorite thing. I was like obsessed because I got to read all these books. My mom like went off because she's like, okay, I will buy all these books for you. You have to read every single one. And I did.
There you go. There you go.
So what was the first time you realized you wanted to campaign for Kate Bishop, like specifically for the character?
I think it was really when it blew up on social media. I mean, at first it was definitely crossing my mind, and I knew of a friend who had been campaigning for another superhero, Batgirl, and I was like, that'd be really cool to actually get a movement like that going. And it definitely was like on my mind, and I knew the show was going to happen, so I was like, this is really intriguing. And then it blew up, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I think that's my confirmation of let's do this thing. And then now it's where we are at, and it's massive, and we have a huge movement. It's insane. Absolutely insane.
So you told me you've been like training and doing different stuff for the campaign, but is there anything else you've been doing specifically for the campaign? Or
a lot. I mean, obviously the stunt training, which is something I just do anyways in my life, because regardless of me getting this role or not, I want to do action films. I want to be like the female Tom Cruise in my career. So I train. And of course, working out, fitness-wise and health-wise. I'm doing a full like Marvel rewatch to study the acting style. I've gotten all the comics. I still have a few more left to get, and I'm waiting for them to come in. So excited. I mean, literally everything I do in my life is just geared towards this. And it's, some things are small, some things are bigger. But I'm always strategizing. So there's always a plan, and I always have like tricks up my sleeve, and it's kind of amazing the amount of people that are online helping me, like you and our little team.
Yes, I love our
team. And then also like people in my day-to-day life, like my coaches and just my friends. It's unbelievable. Like I can't express how thankful I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? I don't deserve this. You guys are too cool for me. I'm like, what? I'm gonna cry.
And like that comes back that there are now more Marvel followers than Power Rangers.
What? Like, I'm not even a part of the franchise.
So
like, what's
too.
happening?
Like, Power Rangers is so big too, so you're like,
yep, it's wild.
Alright, so is there anything that anyone can do, it's watching this interview or can do for campaigning purposes?
I would say the biggest thing is, of course, posting about it, tagging. Yeah, they save it.
My goodness.
That was funny.
Do it again.
That was good. We did it again.
I don't even remember where we were. What were we talking about?
Say that again.
What were we talking about?
I think you asked me, how people can help with the campaign.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
To answer your question, how can people help with the campaign? I would say the best thing to do is to post about the campaign on any platform and tag the people who have awesome influence, like Marvel Studios, Disney Plus, Jeremy Renner, and myself. And yeah, just continuing to spread the word. It's the biggest thing you can do. That's most helpful, and it's much appreciated.
Yes. I'm like all about it. Oh my god, you have no idea. I'm gonna go to school tomorrow and I'll be like, so you guys heard about Kate Bishop? Let me tell you about Kate Bishop.
Let me tell you, because this is big.
So I do want to tell you, so I'm a part of the Ancient Rangers cast, and Lauren sent us that video yesterday, and I was like, so cute!
Thank you! It was fun, it was super fun meeting up with Lauren yesterday and doing that. So, yeah!
She's like my favorite person ever, so she and I talk like every night, so it's like...
She's adorable. I love her.
So cute. Let's see what else. That was all my questions, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, unless you got anything else.
I mean, I think I'm good. I mean, you're the one who's in charge of this interview, so.
Oh, true. I'm actually quite happy that Beast Morphers now gives us a half an hour to actually wake up. Woohoo!
Right? Just a little bit more.
September 14th, thank God.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to be finally back on air. Oh my gosh.
It's been too long.
It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we've seen everybody.
Too long. I don't even I now have to go back and rewatch all the episodes because I don't even remember what happened.
Honestly, I feel like I need to do the same. I'm like,
what
happened in our show?
Yeah.
I know we filmed this, but I don't remember anything.
The difference between I watch a lot of the Arrowverse shows, so it never happens to me with the Flash, but I feel like when shows stop so abruptly, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
What did I do? Oh, that thing. That's right. They did that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Well, I actually have to sadly get going, or else I would totally talk to you so much longer because I love you and you're the best. And thank you so much for letting me do this with you. I had so much fun. You had some great sectioned out questions.
Yes, and hopefully my editing won't be as bad as I thought, but with the power going out,
I think it'll be totally fine. Totally fine.
Because I just posted a really long Jonas Brothers video today from when I saw them on tour, so I
oh my gosh, where are they? I'm going to see them at the end of September.
Tears.
That good.
Tears. They come down. They like their whole opening is they have this little video. It's so cool.
Wait! Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it!
I mean, it's everywhere on the news.
I actually haven't seen anything.
Oh, really?
No, I have a weird.
I always look up the set list of concerts before I go.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can, like, binge the songs.
I should do that too, so I know exactly which songs I should learn in advance. So I can be like,
so
okay, I know every single one now for sure.
Like,
I can sing
start
along.
off with Poster, and they just come out, and I go, tears.
Just, I'm probably gonna cry too. They were like my childhood.
My phone, because like I always film the opening to every concert I go to. It's like my thing. And,
Me too.
And so I go, and the closing. So I do the opening and the closing, sometimes in between. And so I'm like, I have my phone, but I didn't realize when they actually came out, I would start just crying. So I'm like holding the phone up with one hand and like trying to grab tissues out of my, or like napkins I had from dinner out of the other, and like my best friend from high school, he's standing right next to me, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I go, "No." My mom was hilarious because I'm absolutely obsessed with Taylor Swift. Obsessed. And so I've seen her every time I go anywhere, I listen to her. So she goes, "Was this better than the Reputation tour?" I go, "Really close." She goes, "What?" I go, "Mom, I was a wreck." Whoa.
Wait, did you see Reputation live?
Yeah, I saw it twice, actually.
Oh my gosh.
I saw it at both of the 2 DC tour dates. A friend of mine actually gave me tickets because she was going to be on the floor, but she had won this giveaway. She's like, "Do you want a ticket to the second day?" I go, "Hell yeah, I do."
Oh
so I
my god.
Twice.
We saw it actually in New Zealand. Me and Christina went.
Oh my god.
And it was the best concert I've ever been to. Hands down, her opening is unbelievable. It's just her.
Yeah,
it's just,
I know. That's what's so like. It just comes
oh
out.
my god! I was fangirling. I'm like,
the like fire. Did you guys have like the fireworks?
If I ever became a singer one day, which I don't know the likelihood of that actually happening, I'm like, I want to have a concert like that. That is what I want. Nothing else.
Yeah, just me.
I want that.
But like the whole "Look What You Made Me Do" sequence with the snake and the dance, it was so good. Like, who invents this?
It was phenomenal.
Who invents this? Because I was like, dead. I was like, life does not exist.
I'm dead. I'm gone.
Well, I go to like a lot of concerts, so like I met Haley Steinfeld at a concert. She's like my icon, my true icon. They like literally act the icon. Like, I love her so much. And then so like
That's awesome. Oh, that's so awesome.
I went to my first like Power Rangers convention back in New Zealand because I was never really big on Power Rangers. Like, I would watch it, but I was never like fangirly.
Right.
Until I met JDF, and then I almost fell in my chair.
Yeah.
Hi, oh my god, you're true, you're real. And like he's gonna be at a convention right near my school, so I go, I get to meet him again.
You're right. That's so cool.
But yes,
that's
Kate
so
Bishop,
cool.
book. Power Rangers, Beast Morphers finally come back.
Acting. I think we did it, girl.
All right, I'll let you get going because I'm sure you're totally busy.
My brother is trying to call me now. Yeah, I think that's my cue. I think I gotta get going.
Yeah, I'm the same way. My brother starts calling me. I go, all right, yeah,
All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's probably time.
All right, girl. Well, thank you again so much. I had such a fun time. You were so awesome. I love and appreciate you so much. And today was awesome. I'm so happy.
I want to show you something really quick because Lauren would kill me if I didn't show you this. Do you want to see?
Okay.
Do you want to see my Ancient Rangers helmet?
Yes.
I love this thing. I don't put it on because I get claustrophobic, but
just hold it. Just hold it. It's purple.
Yeah, I'm the Purple Ranger.
Oh my gosh.
Samantha, and you know what her power is?
What is it?
Archery. She's literally
Oh,
she's literally my favorite human being. I like live, breathe Samantha.
she's like the Power Ranger Kate Bishop.
Yes.
God.
Because that's why I'm like totally obsessed with your campaign. Is because I go Samantha.
That's basically
Because we
her.
like base it off of like Greek powers. So like her mom was
Yeah.
like Artemis.
Oh, how awkward.
Real awkward. It's great because we like. She's like adopted. It's great. I love it. It's like the best storyline ever. Okay, I wanted to show you that because Lauren will like love me. For
I
that.
love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, now I'm gonna let you go because Jensen's calling you.
All right, I love you so much. Have a great night.
You too.
I'll talk to you soon, love.
Bye.
Goodbye.